Hello, friend.
Hello, friend. Welcome back to WhatAreMovie. I am Tony.
I'm Claire.
I forgot where I went after that. We're back to watch more Mr. Robot. Last time was very good. It was
sick.
Colonel Panic. He ate sick.
That's all you need to know.
Pretty much. I mean, there was a lot of other stuff. He went crazy with his Adderall.
Concrete.
Well,
Sick.
Well, the concrete wasn't real. But where will it go this time? The FBI agent, Dominique DiPiero, has found Fun Society.
Oh, yes, she
Yeah.
has. Yeah, I said that hopefully they might get a scene
Yeah.
of them looking at there and...
Yeah, so... but this is Season 2, Episode 4, EPS 2.2 _init_1.asec.
Sometimes
ASAC.
I'm like, sorry,
No, ASAC,
I
yeah.
need to see that to...
So it's INIT _1.
In it.
Init.
In it.
I'm guessing it's a computer term?
In it,
Like
bruv.
initiate or initial? No.
Let's get in
I'm
it.
literally. I will cut this out to do you a favour. Don't you worry about it.
I feel like that's such an English...
I'm guessing.
I imagine that to be an English thing, like the
Probably.
whole phrase of going,
That's
in it.
why I thought I would save you.
it.
You can stop now. I think it probably stands for initiate or initial or something. I don't know. Or I don't know. Who knows? It's a computer thing. Someone will probably tell us, or we'll learn
Yeah.
because we usually do.
Yeah, the Colonel we learned.
Yeah, we learned about Colonel Panic. So this aired on the 27th of July 2016, directed by Sam Esmail and written by Sam Esmail, the creator. Again, he's done all 4 so far.
Oh, nice.
So there we go. What are you giggling about?
Just me going, in it.
God. Is there anything else you can expect from this episode? Ray and Mr. Robot, or Elliot might be playing chess together.
Oh, yeah.
Might find out more about
Oh,
Ray.
yeah, Ray, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully there is
We
no
haven't
sick.
had Tyro's wife for a while.
No, we haven't.
Yeah.
But I've seen enough of her and a pickle fork. I'm done.
Oh, I thought you meant the other scene, the tied up
No,
scene.
The
with
pickle
knife.
fork was much worse.
Well, there you go. Well, who knows what we'll see. For reactions in the description, you need your own copy. Just make sure to come back where we'll talk about it. Probably for a while, because they're long episodes. So there we go. Let's do it.
What's that? That's Elliot's house, isn't it? Yeah, we're back. Do you think it's Tyrell? Wait, so is it Mr. Robot?
Trick or treat.
No.
Great, Darlene. Haven't seen you in a long time either. I'd love to hang out.
I'm going out.
Come on.
Oh,
That's a bit rude.
I don't
here's a little
mean that
bit.
in a cunty way. I just mean, you're in it one. I wouldn't say that if I wasn't being serious. I need this.
Like a code name?
Yeah, what does that
word?
mean?
This is definitely the root of all of our psychological dysfunction.
Damn movies ruining
Yeah.
your minds.
Jesus. Okay, I
Fine.
don't normally
They watch
say
this as
but
kids?
I forgot.
Got fired. Couldn't lock down the servers. They decided to lock down my ass instead. In the server room.
Bullying.
For a few hours. Woke up. All the servers in the room were destroyed. I didn't remember doing it.
Not remembering things.
Guess it's official. I'm crazy. Angela's trying to hook me up with a job at Allsafe.
This is like real back, isn't it?
Yeah.
You want to see something?
It's a really deep first scene, do you know what I mean? Really deep and calm.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh my God. Okay,
Why do I feel like this is the start of his problems?
I don't know about a start, but maybe accelerated things a bit.
because I asked you to.
The music's perfect for this.
Maybe I should take the job at Allsafe. I could be a Trojan horse. Be a good way to take them down.
Ooh.
Evil Corp.
Okay. I can't tell if you're joking behind that mask.
Sounds like a
I
plan.
bet it wouldn't be that hard. The hard part would be after. During the fallout. That's
Looks scared.
Dude, you're freaking me out.
I feel like she
I mean,
becomes
don't get me wrong.
the ringleader.
Hmm.
The stable ringleader, we'll call it. This is a bit Harry Potter, the music.
It's a bit whimsical.
Mm.
Ooh, that's a cool shot. It's creepy.
Alright, horror film.
What intro.
Yeah.
So great that we got to see it now, because he was
Yeah.
like, the hard part would be the fallout, which is exactly where we are now.
Yeah.
There we go. The beginnings. It's really creepy. It's like fairy tale kind of like, which
Yeah, but it
is...
gives me like, I feel like Philosopher's Stone Harry Potter,
Kind of.
sort of, when they first
but
see
it kind of feels...
Hogwarts
yeah.
and bits.
Feels like it could fit into like a spooky Indiana Jones scene
Yeah.
where stuff are they're discovering
into the
things
tomb.
or they're yeah,
What is wrong with those people?
maybe they're doing riots because you know there's things going on. Ooh. VR on the subway.
Yeah, don't you do that?
yeah, on my days off.
Got a real mixture of people on that subway.
It's feeling very fairy tale like.
Yeah.
Like.
I don't really think this has a happy ever after.
Asking for help was never Darlene's strong suit, but then again, is it anyone's? An admission of weakness. It's good for me here.
I have to tell you something.
I know what you've been doing, Darlene. You need to stop. It's too dangerous. We're on the other side of something we never signed up for. Ross was killed.
You thought everything was gonna be hunky-fucking-dory, they'd go quietly into the night? You said it yourself, the hard part would be after.
That wasn't me. That was him.
Well, then maybe I need him right now.
Bit harsh.
She's not telling me something.
I think she called it in.
Found it kind of curious. The only common thread among them was that we all interviewed getting battered.
An arcade? The goddamn sign outside?
They're hackers. Brazen. They believe in hiding in plain sight.
And this is just too stupid.
What does that say about us then, that we're just now finding it?
She's got a good point.
Yeah.
We're bringing in all... Found this tucked behind that Mallard murder game over there.
A bullet.
Bullet casing.
How do you know no one followed me? I should have never got mixed up with you.
My husband will return soon, and this will all be over.
I'm not gonna get locked up. You feel me?
Freaking out a little.
Yeah.
You don't look happy.
No.
We're running low on funds. The corp still hasn't released your husband's severance package. Can't afford to keep this guy quiet.
I'm done with this topic.
I think she killed her husband. Ah. I'm just saying random things out loud.
What are they keeping him quiet about?
Yeah, exactly.
Love this
That's
song.
where the car was.
Yeah.
Things I want, messages.
What is...
My all of my dreams are coming true right now. All of my dreams are coming true.
I like that voiceover's going quite
Yeah.
well.
You can use some practice.
I used to be in chess club.
Did you?
Archetype Ray.
You know the definition of insanity?
He clearly doesn't know who he's talking to.
Rather than repeat, take the board. Who knows, you might beat yourself. There's something on your mind.
What? Like I was behind the biggest hack in the world, which also led to the death of
I can tell you thinking about it right now.
That's great.
And the brain. I've done some dark shit myself. And it took real...
What if I do tell him?
You tell him anything, and I will personally find the tallest building in the city and swan dive off of it.
Really?
Oh, God.
I can't hold. He goes to the law.
So what? I'm okay with being on the hook. I'll own it all.
You need that game a lot more than I thought.
Jim Chutney, SVP of BA, and Saul Weinberg,
I did wonder if he was just going to say anything back, because he did interrupt his thoughts.
I want to settle this thing once and for all.
Chess time.
Game to end all games between us.
It's a bit extreme.
You win. You can confess to the JFK assassination for all I care. I'll leave, never come back.
Damn.
You lose. I get to be in charge. Once and for all.
Is that a good idea?
The absence of knowing. A deep, black void. No thoughts, no body, no memories. Absolute nothingness.
So basically death.
Yeah.
Yes.
Light versus dark.
Don't
See
worry.
much of the shrink.
You're safe.
Oh, he was talking to us then.
That he is a legitimate existence in your life.
That's giving him too much power. You know everything.
He even
You want me
admitted
to
that's
keep
not
repeating
true.
myself? I didn't even recognize my own sister. That I don't know how to control this thing. I don't know how to stop it. Fine! I acknowledge it, but let's move on to the part where you actually help me.
Damn.
Annihilation is not the answer.
Annihilation is always the answer. We destroy parts of ourselves every day. We curate our identity, carve it, distill it. Annihilation is all we are.
Time is of the essence for them.
And how many minutes have you allotted for this phone call? You're the time master. Usually this will take time. Painful as that is for you to hear.
I feel like they both don't feel happy about what's going on.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are you in my home?
Jeez.
Problem with my husband's severance package.
Yeah, there seems to be a problem for me too. I can't seem to find the person who murdered my wife. Oh, man. Bureaucracy.
I'll testify my husband didn't come home that night of the murder. He left the night alone. Didn't see him till the next day. I'll agree to that if you release the severance package.
Tyrell Wallach's baby gets what it deserves.
Oh, man. Harsh.
Yeah.
Jeez. I don't know if she'll be too happy about that.
No. Not at all suspicious. No, repeat. Not at all suspicious.
Is she just being paranoid, do you reckon? Or...
Well...
That's quite creepy. Could that dude be any more creepy?
Give you a phone or a walk.
Suspicious one, like to say.
A little bit.
Such an asshole.
I had to make sure I found your arcade. I wanted to make sure you were okay.
Oh, how kind.
He said they'd never see each other again.
Fucking opposite of okay. Be a man and let me be upset, okay?
I thought that was going to end up happening then.
the look they gave each other.
Right, she's just upset. God.
Well,
she's crying out for her sadness.
that's one way to get rid of the sadness, I guess.
She's not smiling.
What kind of text found out that Romero was researched in the FBI?
You know your son's head, Mary.
I don't understand, Jeremy.
Did a full wipe down. They won't find anything.
Not well. They have something. Possibly heavy surveillance.
That's scary.
The fuck did this happen?
I think it happened that night
You
when...
seriously asking that?
Yeah.
Do I need to remind you what you did?
You staring at this thing. You want to play?
It's not for you.
So who's it for then?
My imaginary dead dad who lives in my mind.
What's it for?
Existence.
It's pretty heavy.
Dope.
So,
That's my stakes right there. Do you dream, Elliot? Do you want to be here right now? Here in a cosmic sense, bro. Like,
Jeez.
existence could be beautiful or it could be ugly. You gotta find out the future you're fighting for. If you like it, then it's beautiful. If you don't, then you might as well fade the fuck out right now.
Damn.
who knew it would be
Leon to speak
Yeah.
the truth.
You.
Oh, she's crying.
What's wrong?
Madrid.
I hate Spain.
You're never gonna be able to take me to Madrid.
This is why I don't like this woman.
But I've had all those things before. That's why I love you.
Jeez.
You're not any of that.
It's like, are you complimenting me or are you insulting me?
Just be a pathetic DJ who can't make more than $15 an hour.
And get me a Big Mac.
Yeah. I don't know if he knows how to feel.
He's like, wait, what?
If I do close my eyes, what is it that I picture years
Count
from
sheep.
now?
Do you think
How
this
would
when
my
you go to
future
bed?
fairy tale
Yeah.
unfold?
Hey, fairy tale.
Will I finally connect with those I deeply care for?
Oh, that'd be a lovely... I wanted him to end up with Darlene at one point, but yeah.
Will I reunite with old friends? The ones I love find true happiness.
Oh, for a second I thought that was Elliot.
No.
And I've never been so confused because of what I just said.
Cisco.
Like, wait a second.
There he is. This is very fairy tale like.
Yeah. That's Tyrell, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that grown
Finally his
child.
face after like...
Even make amends with those I have unfairly
Oh.
wronged.
Oh!
Justice for Bill!
Oh god, that poor episode!
Was it Bill or Bob? I can't
Oh, Bill, I don't know. Oh my god! We thought we'd never see him again!
Oh.
That's nice that they brought that back. That one little... Are you about to cry? It's okay! I'm hoping it's the, like, all together thing.
happiness.
Not just the Bob.
Oh no, it's all Bob. There he is.
What a dream.
Future filled with friends and family.
Do you think they'll go to ballet again together?
Yeah.
Why do I feel like it's suddenly just going to tear away?
No, this is the happy future.
No, but I just feel like there's going to be a break.
Wow.
Oh, look, Qwerty!
Everyone's Oh.
You'd even be there.
Hey! We'd have to...
Why are we
They're
cheering?
tearing it down, aren't they?
Oh, is that
wanted
equal?
all along.
Oh.
A world I've always wanted. I would like very much to fight for it.
Yay!
He's decided.
Look at that little smile. Oh, it's game on. How do you play chess with yourself,
Your
with knowing
options
what your next
dramatically
move is?
changing with every decision.
But
It
even
is a
when
pure
people-
battle of two opponents.
People play chess
Or
with
in this
themselves.
case, one. Stalemate.
Good advice from a good father.
You're not my father.
Hmm?
You're not even here right now.
He's just playing himself.
Imagine if he was getting up, going around the table.
Another
with Tom.
stalemate. What are the odds?
Let's reset.
This is... I feel like it's going to be nightfall in a minute.
Moves I'm making are the ones you're telling me to make.
He's right. There are over 9 million different possible positions after 3 chess moves each.
Jesus.
There are over 288 billion different possible positions after 4 moves. The number of 40-move games is greater than the number of electrons in the observable universe. You don't need to know those outcomes.
Stalemate. 3 in a row. The odds of that are...
Impossible.
Go again?
Is there a point?
I can't beat you. And you knew all along.
It was the only way to show you that fighting me is a waste of time. When will you finally realize that I'm here for a reason? This is avoidance! Our fight for that future that you want isn't with me at chess. It's what you do out there with them.
I want an office on the 20th floor. I want Melissa's job, and it's non-negotiable.
Hello? How are you?
In every version of the settlement draft, there was one small point that your team wouldn't agree on. The third-party company must perform inspections on the Washington Township plant. You want me to convince the class to remove the contingency. And I'm willing to do all of that because you're going to give me exactly what I want in return.
Damn.
You are very impressive.
Well, thank you.
But I'm sorry. This is all in your head. Always good to have dreams.
Wait.
She thought she had him.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's one step ahead of the game.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing a chess game.
They are.
And he's fought ahead.
What's on the 20th floor? Fuck. And we'll just...
Not her office.
And what's the job?
You ever taught me and my computer kept crashing. It was Init 1. That became our thing, and I am telling you right now, I'm fucking crashing, man, and so are you, and I need your help. Elliot.
Did you mean what you said? That you wanted him? Not me.
I want you.
Hmm?
Only you.
This music is very suspenseful.
I know what to do.
She cannot confess. This won't save her. They're gonna destroy her. I am pleading with you, Elliot. Just walk away from this now.
I'm here to help you with that computer problem you've been having.
I would ask what made you change your mind, but I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. Hey, Moses heard voices too. In fact, many prophets confess to hearing voices. It can be divinity, Elliot, if you let it.
When's the last time you went on a computer?
Today.
Because Mr. Robot was trying to convince him to get to a terminal, weren't he, at the beginning of the series?
This looks like it's just a simple side migration.
As long as one of us understands. My online business is very important to me. I'm like you, I'm a private guy. I prefer discretion. So I'm asking you to help me with the task at hand and not look where you don't need to.
What, I feel like this guy's gonna have a CD made about him.
He's gonna what?
Get a CD made about him.
Oh.
I know. This is really scratching that part of my brain again.
I was gonna say it, but I knew you would.
But that's the part of my brain I need to start ignoring.
Sam Sepio.
Nice.
FBI. They found the arcade. Romero's dead.
Well.
I feel like he's about to get beaten up.
Should I listen to the voice? Does it make me special? Maybe this is how I fight for that future I want.
What exactly are you doing?
I'm hacking the FBI.
Of course he is.
Sure, why not? Oh my god, you wrote loads.
I know, I'm trying to now write the scenes as they happen, even if it's just like a quick note to be like, oh, this is the scene, so I remember what was going on. Because otherwise we forget things, I think.
Yeah.
Because we forgot to talk about... What's Tyra's wife's name? I can't even remember. Surely I remember. I've got to find out as well. It's Bob, right? His name was? Oh, shit. Oh no, it is Bill.
Bill.
It was Bill. I got it right the first time. God damn it. Why did I second guess myself? So, that was episode 4, In It 1. What do you think of that episode?
Okay. First thing I feel like I need to say
Jeez.
is I think this is the first episode that I've finished watching and I've been like, damn, that soundtrack.
Really?
All the way through. Like,
The
it's
first
got,
episode? Oh my god, like...
No, but, like, Mr. Robot has a good
it's
soundtrack
got
regardless.
an amazing
but just,
soundtrack.
like, all the way through that, I kept, like, you know when you're very drawn to it all the way through?
Oh, that's... Yeah.
Like, with the different scenes,
I
and
mean,
I was
I feel like
oh, this music's so good.
Yeah. I feel like I've been talking about it since episode 1.
Yeah,
but,
no, that's what I'm saying. It's
yeah.
got a good soundtrack, but, like, this is the first one that I've been, like, really, like, tuned into it.
That's what makes this show so great, is just the sound design
Like,
as well.
I feel like
It's
the
so
soundtrack
good.
is just a...
It helps take the show to another level, like, I think.
It was me joking at the beginning, thinking it was very whimsical and
Oh,
Harry
that's
Potter
the whole point.
like.
He even spoke about a fairy tale at one point, yeah.
But then as, like, the scenes and, like, the tenseness and... Yeah.
It's just great. Yeah. So, I really enjoyed that episode.
Yeah.
What did you think? Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
I love Mr. Robot. See, it's weird again because even we've still been getting comments here and there, and before we did the last episode of like, stick with season 2. It's a bit people don't like it that much.
I do get it. Does feel
It's
slow.
slower. It's slower than before, but I think that's helping build the characters and the story and the tension. And
But it's like we said, like even with season 1, because season 1 it was dragging out because they're like, when is this going to happen? Because it kept like something kept happening or it kept getting delayed. But then it's like we said then, like these things don't just happen overnight.
No, yeah.
Like you can't just be like, okay, done.
And it
like,
kind of, without jumping ahead too far, like Cisco said at one point, this thing is like shattered into a million billion pieces.
Yeah.
So much is happening. So many pieces. Which is ironic because there's a lot of chess in this one as well. Yeah. But yeah, it's great. But we started off
knocking at the bloody door, knocking
well,
at
bloody
the wall.
someone outside's knocking, and you could hear it probably throughout. Unfortunately, they're building something. But yeah, knock on the door. At first, you were like, "Wait, we're back."
It was back, yeah.
Did you think it was?
It was
present day at first, or
no? Because I was a bit like, oh. But I kind of thought if it was present day, it would be in the future present day. Because we obviously know he's in
future present.
I know what I mean, but
The
like
future, present
because
day, and the
we
past.
know that he's back at his like mum's because he's struggling with things a lot.
Yeah.
Like that, I was imagining like if he'd gone back to his apartment, it would have been slightly in the future.
Yeah.
Like he'd got his head round some bits, and he was like, "No, I'm going home." I didn't think it was like where we left off the last episode.
Yeah.
Like he wouldn't have ended up. But I didn't. But then it was really hard at the beginning
Yeah,
to
to
distinguish.
Yeah.
How past we were.
But then it helped because it was Darlene at the door
Yeah.
with a mask on. She said 99 cents at a Halloween store. I don't think they'd sell this terrible movies thing or this old movie no one knows about. Yeah. And then they kind of had the discussion of he was like, "Oh, I didn't know you were back in the city," and she's like, "Oh, nice to see you, Darlene. How are you doing? Haven't seen you in such a long time." So that kind of helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it wasn't sure when it was even from that.
No, yeah.
Because then, like, you get the vibe that they don't live inside each other's pockets all the way through.
No.
Like, and there was
Yeah.
bits where they'd break away from each other, but I guess that was to kind of be more conspicuous.
No, it's to phrase
you know,
off as
like
well, yeah.
if there's a group of 4 adults always hanging around together that all have IT experience, and then a hack's gone down, it looks a bit
Yeah.
sus, doesn't it?
Yeah. Do you remember the word she said to him?
In it.
In it one.
In it.
Yeah. Which we didn't get an explanation.
Oh, that really annoyed me because she said it, and then I was like,
no explanation. Yeah.
I was like, what is it?
But then, so basically, she was saying, "I need you."
Yeah.
So they hung out, and he's like,
He
I was
watched the
about to,
movie.
well, he was saying, I was about to go out, and she's like, "You're not going
Go
out.
out.
Come on
He's
now."
like,
But do you remember the movie was Careful Massacre of the Bourgeois?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it a
I
real
don't know
film?
how you. I don't know. Let's quickly look it up. Why not? I don't want to get spoilers though, in case. Do you know what I mean? Maybe.
Yeah.
It looks like it is. We won't. Yeah.
But isn't this film's not going to spoil anything?
I don't. You never know. With this show, I wouldn't be surprised if something. I don't know. Who knows? But the mask was from that film.
Which is the mask they use.
Yeah. So they were talking about stuff, and she's talking about her panic attacks. Cause it's kind of weird because he said, "Do you still?" And then she's like, "Is that what defines me now? Like everyone gets them. Why is it everyone?"
Yeah.
Why have we got to pretend everyone's normal now? Like, yeah. We found out Elliot had been fired.
Yes.
Remember what he did?
He basically did his job.
Yeah, it sounded like he was doing his job far too well.
Far too well, which then stopped people having their
Christmas party or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, or
yeah, I think it was Christmas party.
Was it Thanksgiving?
I don't
or was
know.
it
I don't know.
Memorial?
Oh, Memorial Day or something. Yeah, I'm not too sure.
So they locked him in the server room. Like, come on, that's like kidnapping?
Yeah. Just because he was too good at his job.
Imprisonment?
Yeah.
And then
I'm guessing he got fired though because
he fell asleep, and then he woke up and all the servers were destroyed. By who, you ask?
Well, I wonder. Could that be the first time?
Maybe.
Mr. Robot came out?
Which would kind of make sense. Like, I feel like he had a really rough childhood.
Yeah.
We've learned a lot about
they
his childhood.
They even spoke about their mum and
Yeah.
how they... she's like, fuck no, I don't want to go see her.
Yeah, and I imagine that being locked in a room as an adult could have unlocked the trauma.
Maybe.
Or some trauma that caused Mr. Robot
maybe
to
or he just got angry at like.
But do you know what I mean? Like that's a reenactment of trauma, sort of thing. Probably is what caused it
he
to open up the door.
Yeah, and he had to have anger management. He had to go to
and a shrink.
Yeah, Krista. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But he then said, "Do you want to see something?"
Yeah.
The Mr. Robot jacket.
Yeah.
So I've always been curious. Well, I say I've always been curious that I don't remember every detail, but I was like thinking the other day. I was like, "Oh, does he wear that Mr. Robot jacket around? Does he just have
I
it
was
on?"
wondering that.
Probably does. Probably, who knows? Because he's got it. So she's like, "Put the mask on."
Yeah.
And then he started thinking
out loud.
Yeah.
About the whole plan and take down E-Corp. And...
So this is like the inception of the idea, I guess. It was the idea.
And then
he wanted to be a because he was talking about how Angela was nearly got him a job at Allsafe. Or was trying to get him a job.
Yeah, and
he's
Allsafe,
like,
and he can be a Trojan horse.
Yeah, he's like, maybe I'll get one. I can infiltrate and then we take him down. It'll be hard. All we got to do is like get in.
Yeah.
Met with a malware, then take out their backups. But the hard part,
the aftermath,
the fallout afterwards. Yeah, that would be the hard thing. But we'd have to keep the pressure on and keep doing things, which
keep the people.
The confidence low in
Yeah.
them, which Darlene has been doing.
Yeah.
But he's now trying to tell her to stop.
Yeah.
So, you know.
But I do like how Darlene was like, "Have you been thinking about this?"
Yeah. And then she was like, I can't tell if you're serious.
Yeah, I can't tell if you're joking with the
And
mask.
she looked scared as well. And she
Yeah.
even said it. She said, you're kind of creeping me out. I'm
Yeah.
freaking me out right now. So
it's a big thing.
Yeah, and then I like how long we sit on like silence in this show sometimes, because it was just like looking at him, and then the titles were coming up, and then the mask. That was such a cool shot.
Zooming in, and then it was the.
Did you expect it?
No.
Oh, I did. I knew it was coming.
I was just like, almost like when you watch. You're not a big horror person, but
No,
every
not
time I
huge.
watch Insidious, their opening credits are like that. So much louder.
Yeah.
Like it is like really subtle music. Then the
big
title comes up with like the really loud
Yeah,
music,
yeah.
and it makes you jump every time because you get attuned to the calmness, I guess, that you're like,
Yeah. We then had a lovely whimsical intro with lovely whimsical music, and saw the subway and people in masks and VR. And it's very.
That was a very weird.
That's what I was saying. It was
tube
kind
with-
of a bit fairy tale like, wasn't it? It was just kind of strange.
Yeah. It was Darlene on that whole bloody.
Darlene was on the
subcut,
tube. Yeah. So.
There was like people with gas masks on.
Yeah, as I was saying, and the VR.
People with a
headset.
VR on.
Yeah.
There was then someone walked past in a face mask. Someone else just had headphones on. I was like, what is going through people's heads?
Then we finally, Darlene spoke to Elliot. As in, she went round to his mum's and they were talking at the table.
What was that then?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really early on.
Oh, it's right. I was getting confused then because of I was imagining that when she got off the tube, it was when she was at the tube station. But that was later on. But that kind of I can see
makes
those
sense
scenes
of
get
her getting on the tube and going
that's why I
back.
was suddenly like, wait a second.
Did they call it the tube in America?
I don't know.
We call
Underground,
it the tube.
isn't it?
They call it the subway. don't they?
Subway.
Yeah.
What do they call?
The sub. Get on the sub.
Yeah, like the train itself.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because I feel like you more call the train the tube, and then it's just the underground.
No, people say we go on the tube or
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. Yeah, little thing. But yeah, she met with Elliot and they start talking.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know why you've done this, like why you're here. But...
We kind of learnt that she was kind of going around to tell him about Romero.
Yeah, even Elliot knew. He was like, she's not telling me
Yeah.
something. But yeah, they were talking about. Well, she was basically saying how bad it was, right?
Yeah.
And that he was like, did he say like? Did she say he had to get on a computer again? Because he was like, I can't go back. Did he? Is that when he said he can't go back to?
That was
his
on the
place?
phone.
Or was that on the phone later?
That was on the red phone.
Yeah.
I
But
can't remember what happened on that scene.
yeah, I think they were just basically talking about
Was
what's
she
going on
saying
without
no?
her.
Was that when she was saying like, do you still see him? And that she wants to talk to
Yeah,
him.
she said because he was telling her to stop doing what she's doing because
Yeah.
the FBI or whoever's gonna it's
Yeah.
too dangerous. And then
'Cause
she was like,
she
I
said
don't
they
need
found
this.
the lab, didn't?
She's like, maybe.
Not the lab, the arcade.
I don't think she did because she told him that in the text at the end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So much happens in the.
Yeah. See, I wrote notes and I didn't write them all down, but yeah. But she basically was like, I need him right now, not you.
Yeah.
Basically. Which was the whole theme of this episode
Yeah.
was the battle between him and Mr. Robot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We then saw a little bit of the F Society, the arcade.
Yeah.
So a little bit of the FBI agent, DiPiero. And they were like, everyone had one of these parties.
Yeah.
What was the difference? Like, so. But she found a bullet casing.
Yeah.
Where's that from?
Was there any shots fired in there? Well,
We
don't
know there was a
did
gun there.
Yeah.
We know that Elliot grabbed it at the end, right?
Yeah.
That's all we know. But a bullet's been fired. Quite possibly.
Yeah.
If there's the casing left. So, yeah, but that was that.
Who that? Because from the casing they know what gun it is, don't they?
Yeah, you can probably trace the...
Yeah,
well, I
I
don't know. Yeah.
You'll be
Well,
able
they
to tell
know
what
what gun
gun
it
fired
was,
it.
and then yeah, but
Yeah.
they got some evidence. They got
Yeah.
that's what he's like. We need some hard evidence.
Yeah.
The guy looked familiar. The other agent. I think I've seen him in something else before.
Really?
Yeah. The guy who was like, yeah.
Yeah.
This has happened everywhere. Everyone's had parties. But yeah, that was basically it for the FB. Like what we
Yeah.
saw of them. So because we got quite a lot of her last time,
Yeah.
didn't we? So yeah. A bit too much sometimes. We got a scene with, I can't remember Tyrell's wife's name. Point being, we saw a scene of her in a car with a man named Kareem, who they're paying off.
Yep, paying
to
a
keep a
weekly
secret.
or something.
Yeah. And he was like, I'm not dealing with this. If they question me, I'm not going to prison.
Yeah.
Which they didn't, like a driver didn't seem happy about.
No, and that they're only, the withdrawal limit's $50 a day.
Yeah.
So he can't really live, he's not benefiting from it.
Yeah, but they paid him off again, and he ran off, and he's like, we're running low on funds. Yeah, but her problem. Sorry.
But what secret is
he
keeping?
What do you reckon?
Is it to do with Tyrell? Is it?
Could it be to do with maybe he knows about the whole Sharon thing?
Yeah.
Maybe he has info on that, or info on where he is, or what's going on. Who knows? But we found out she's not getting her severance pay.
No.
Put it on hold. So yeah.
And the FBI can't do that. It's E-Corp.
Yeah.
You put it on hold for an unknown reason.
Yeah. So which I know you spoke about the soundtrack, but right at the end of that scene, it did one of my favourite songs in the show. It was the like for a split second. I was like, oh no, I wanted more, because we've had that in another episode before where it just kept on going, that song. But it cut to kind of silence, but it's talking. We had Angela with the voice going.
Oh yes, in our little Walkman.
Yeah, queuing up for food, I guess, or coffee or whatever.
Yeah, of her empowered.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, speeches and and what happened?
Those two people were arrested.
Yeah.
Right outside E-Court, middle of the day.
Yeah.
Dragged out.
Mr. Chutney and the other guy. I can't remember. I wrote their names down last time, but
Tom and Scott? Oh.
No. It's Saul Weinberg and Jim Chutney.
Oh, that was completely.
You were well off.
Tom and Scott.
Well, Scott's the guy she met later, but yeah, they got arrested. So yeah.
It went really well with that part. Of her empowerment
what it was saying.
thing.
I can't remember what it said exactly, but it's like, this is what you want, or something like that.
Yeah, this is what you want, or you did the right thing, or it was just very much that.
Yeah.
Very fitting. I liked it how she was obviously in her own little world, like, because she was like saying what it was, like mouthing it.
Yeah.
And then you could see the people around her, like, looking, like, what? And then, like, she's obviously oblivious to begin with.
Yeah, they were all like, but she did start staring.
Yeah,
as well.
and then she realised that people are looking somewhere and was like, oh.
Yeah, so there we go.
Did you think she got her coffee?
Did you think at that point she had done it, or?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Did we think she actually did it? It's hard to, because at the end, like in the conversation with Philip, she was like, "You did this. You got them arrested, or something like that." She said.
Did she?
Yeah. So, but I mean, he did give the evidence to her, so maybe she's just wording it like that, as in.
Well, yeah,
he helped me get
without
arrested.
the evidence.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing would have happened. It was his doing.
Yeah. Ray and Elliot played some chess.
Yeah, we went back to that. Is it a psych appointment? We're not really too sure really what Ray is still, are we?
No.
We're just like this random office that Elliot goes to.
One of them said something about talking, and so well, he kept saying about you need to talk about it. You need someone to talk to this. But he was saying like about the chess, like Elliot kept wanting to play, and he's like, no, you need to improve. You need to think about it and work on it, because But yeah, Ray telling him again basically you need to work out. What was he saying? Like
because didn't he play chess with? He was looking at chessboard and he was like, "Oh, do you want to play?" sort of thing. And then
they were playing already, and then Elliot lost, and Ray was kind of like, "I thought you'd be better," or something like that. You need practice.
Because he was like again.
Yeah. But then did Ray come up with the idea of playing the game against him? I think he did, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So yeah. But,
or he just said to take it for self-improvement.
Yeah.
Practice.
Oh, yeah, because Mr. Robot's the one who came up with the idea.
It, yeah.
Yeah, so... but we had Angela in the pub talking to the lawyer again. I didn't know we'd get her again, but she was, like, saying to her how... like, I don't know, she kind of felt like she was agreeing with the lawyer at a point, like, how saying that what she said was a point, but... I don't know. She was going to try and get more out of them. She wanted to look into the documents, right? To see
because they couldn't find
what
anything
they're
in the
missing.
documents.
And then she was like, let me look, because I'll find it, I guess.
Because the missing thing is me.
Yeah, exactly. So
not me. But...
Yeah. But yeah, that's when Mr. Robot said to Elliot, "Let's play chess."
Yeah. And if Mr. Robot wins, he'll take control.
Yeah, so the offer was that if Elliot wins, he
Mr.
can
Robot will go.
He can go to the FBI if he wants. Mr. Robot will go, and I'll leave him alone. That's it. But if Mr. Robot wins,
he has control.
It's really deep. Like you'll just go. Do you remember those 3 days? So it's 3 days from when it happened to when he woke up in the car.
Yeah, because the guy, didn't he?
Yeah.
He said that you'd been parked there for 2 days.
Yeah.
How long was she asleep the whole time?
Yeah. But a month has passed since then, at least now. But yeah, so he said, it was quite dark in what he was saying. Is like you're just nothing. You won't have to worry. You won't have to. It'd just be darkness. All your troubles will be over, basically. Yeah. So there we go. And then Elliot discussed it with Krista.
Yeah.
She said it was not a good idea. But she basically got him to talk. I can't remember what she said before. Sorry, because he said what did he say about us?
Oh, because she was saying about you need to stop talking to the people in your head or something.
And then did he say?
Then he went, "Don't worry, I want to know about you." And it was like, "Thank you."
I love the fourth wall breaking. What do you think of fourth wall breaking? Because that's what it's called.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I love that.
It makes you feel more included, involved or included in some ways, which is
some people would
weird.
probably argue that it takes you out of it, but
no.
It really sells me on his character.
I mean, suddenly like, you're talking to me.
I think it only works in certain things. So,
and I think it's weird because we always instantly reply to him.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
We're still here.
Yeah. But it works in certain things. Like, I feel like Elliot can get away with it, and Deadpool can get away with it.
Yeah.
And, it's
if it was like a random show, I don't know, Thor's out this week, if Thor suddenly turned to the camera and started talking to us, we'd be like...
it'd be a bit weird. That would take you out of it.
Yeah. Like, wait, what?
Deadpool can get away with it because he's being comedic, and I don't know, it's just his character. Elliot can get away with it because he talks to himself, and...
Because you are like, wait, are you talking to me?
And it's a trippy-ass show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was going to say something else. I can't remember what I was going to say. But yeah, so I feel like they
deep chat with Krista, though, wasn't it? It was like he went off saying.
Well, he went saying "What do you want me to say?" And then he said, "I've said all this before now. Like I've told you everything," although he hasn't.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say because we saw the clips earlier in the show where he was saying all this stuff. But he wasn't actually saying that out loud.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he was saying a lot more in his head.
He is getting to that point now where he just is saying stuff, right?
Yeah.
But he basically just went on the rant. And then she was like, I don't think you should do this. It's dangerous. He's as much a part of you as you are.
Yeah.
You'd be destroying a part of yourself.
Yes.
So, yeah, she was against it.
Yeah.
Then we got a scene with Philip talking to someone on the phone. Who's that person?
Oh, it's just... Who was it that said about dreaming? Was it...
We haven't got there yet. Yeah.
Was that right? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that was Leon who said that.
Oh, yeah.
But we haven't got there.
No.
Do you remember who he's talking to? Philip. On the phone?
Who's
beep,
Philip?
Beep. Beep, beep. How much time have you allotted for me? Philip Price is the CEO.
Oh, yes.
So who is he talking to?
He was talking to...
Do you remember? White Rose.
Was it White Rose? I couldn't remember who was called. I was thinking that Darlene's friend was...
So when you said it last week, I was like, do you think we see anything with the Dark Army again? There's been loads of talk of the Dark Army.
Yeah.
White Rose was part of the Dark Army.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're talking, which, if you remember, at the very end of season 1, there was an after-credits scene. There was a one long shot following a man sitting down and then talking to Philip about Rome burning.
Yes, in the night, and it was a really grand house, and we was a bit like, wait, what is this?
And his watch beeped.
Yeah. Same person.
White Rose. You didn't say anything about it. I guess you didn't click.
Didn't click.
You
no.
clicked it. You heard the beep and stuff, but yeah. So yeah. I mean, I think there's enough hints now to because obviously they're talking to each other. We know Philip and him and White Rose are talking to each other.
Yeah.
And
I found that scene really interesting though, because with when speaking English, the White Rose has quite a deep voice.
A deeper voice than when speaking Chinese, yeah.
Yeah, and then when they changed language, it was suddenly like, I was like, oh. It's like a completely different tone.
Yeah, so what's going on? Because they were talking about it before about... Yeah, so...
But that makes you wonder if Philip's in on the take there.
Well, he must be.
Yeah.
Because, I'm from what it sounds like, because they spoke before about it, like everything that's going on, and he's like, he was saying how they want me to resign, and they spoke about shutting down the plant as well.
Yeah.
And also, like Philip was saying, you started this. This is going to take a long time, which I know you hate to hear.
Yeah.
But this is what you signed up for.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And he even said, he mentioned Rome again, which I wrote down, because in that after credit scene in season 1, White Rose was talking all about Rome and listening to music and it like burning and everyone watching it burn basically. But yeah. Didn't get much more information from it.
No, because it's when you think the Dark Army played a really big part of the E-Corp takedown with Elliot and F Society.
What are they playing at together?
It's coming.
Must have.
But then that begs the question, like, it opens up, so when you start to think, is Philip involved in it all, it opens up so many, because you've got like that £8 million...
5.9.
5.9 billion...
What are you talking about? The $5
million to be taken to wasn't he there in the room when they were deciding who was going to take it? And so if he was part of that, he volunteered to take it, but then someone else took it, didn't
Scott
they?
Did.
Yeah. But he must have known whoever took it was...
Maybe he doesn't know all the details.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't a Dark Army thing, technically. That was a F Society thing. So maybe he had no idea.
He might be aware of the F Society.
Maybe. But then again, do F Society and Dark Army communicate all these things?
Who knows?
Yeah.
But he probably knew it was something that, I don't think I should go to this. This is going to be a...
Who knows?
If he's that heavily involved, he's going to have sort of hints or ideas of what their next move might be if he's that... mind inclined.
Here's the thing as well about this is that like I've watched season 1 and 2 before, and then before we started the channel I watched season 1 and halfway through season 2, so I don't remember the end half of season 2 all that much. I remember some bits, but I don't remember some of this stuff, and I'm like, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine with some stuff. I'm like, other stuff obviously I know, but it's
where does he slot into it?
Yeah. What did you say, sorry?
Where does he slot into it?
Yeah, that's it. So, hopefully we'll find out. But next, we were at Scott Knowles' house. She just broke in.
Yes.
Yeah. And was saying, if you open up the severance pay for me, give it to me, I'll confess that Tyrell didn't come home, didn't see him till the next day.
Yeah, because she said something and he was like, I still don't even know who killed my wife.
Yeah.
And that's why she was like, well, if you open the severance...
Yeah.
I'll say I didn't know where...
Yeah, exactly.
Tyrell was.
I've got a baby, please.
Oh, yeah, that was so...
Tyrell Wellick's baby gets what it deserves.
Nothing.
No. He was angry and drunk.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Does it cut to the scene of her at that house, or is that a bit later on?
No, so next we see Darling getting followed. She comes off the
she comes
train.
off the tube. That's what I was like.
There's a guy just sitting there, and then he gets up.
And then you were like, is she being followed? I was like, I don't know, is she being followed?
Yeah,
but then he didn't really cross the road.
He stood there menacing. As soon as she moved across the road, though, he moved forward and started threateningly... The sound design of that scene as well. I think there was music, but it was only background music. Like, as in, it was in the scene.
Yeah.
It wasn't, like, added, if that makes sense. But yeah, you had the sound effects. It was creepy. It was dark, and
Yeah.
the imagery was great. But she kept getting freaked out. Like, guy
Yeah.
nearly got run over. The
Yeah.
doors slamming shut.
Yeah, and then I thought she was getting mugged.
Yeah. Did you recognise the voice?
No,
I
I genuinely thought she was getting mugged.
She's like, give me your phone. I can't remember what he
2
said.
blocks down.
Yeah.
And then
Meet at this place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do it. And then they met in the pub. It was Cisco.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you ever think we'd see him again? He did say at one
Yeah.
point, I don't want to see you again. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's after she used his handle to get him meeting.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I don't want to see you ever again. But yeah, he
He's
was
worried
basically
sort of thing.
saying how, I can't remember what she said, but then he said, oh, it's not just it's shattered into a million pieces.
Yeah.
This is crazy. The FBI are
Yeah. And it was
closing
him
in.
that, well, they have a bit of a weird
Well, she's like,
conversation.
let me just be sad.
Yeah.
And then they have a little look at each other and
Yeah.
they have a lovely conversation.
I did like that moment where she was like, do you realise you're still inside me?
it's-
It's like...
and he
what
carries
is-
on talking.
Yeah.
He's like,
all about
yeah.
brain
It's a right mood kill, isn't it? Talking about Operation
Berenstein.
Did he say Berenstein? Because I think later on she typed Berenstain, which is a reference to the Mandela effect on the Berenstein Bears. Do you know what I'm talking about at
No.
all? Right, so the Berenstein
I
Bears.
swear every time we watch this, you're like, do
I
you
think
know
this
about
is a
this?
reference.
Like,
I might
it
be wrong.
references so much
I
stuff
might
in
be
the
wrong.
outside world.
I'm pretty sure he said Berenstein with an EI.
I feel
Or-
like that's what it said.
But she wrote Berenstain, AIN, in the text at the
okay.
end. So, the Berenstein Bears, or Berenstain Bears, I don't know which one it is like a kid's thing. It's like a book or something like
Yeah.
that in America. But everyone misremembers it as one or the other, like the Berenstain Bears. And it's like, actually, no, it's the Berenstein Bears. You've misremembered this. But it's a collective thing. It's not like one person has forgotten. This is like thousands, millions of people. And that's what the Mandela effect is. It's a collective group of people forgetting something that happened. Have you ever heard of the Mandela effect? No. So yeah, that's the thing. I'm pretty sure that's a reference to that. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
But
it kind of
yeah.
makes sense at the same time.
Anyway, that's
If
a
it's
tangent.
not, they missed a trick.
Yeah, exactly. But when I saw it, I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be. So, yeah. I can't remember why it's named that. It's named Mandela Effect to do with Mandela. I think people falsely remembered him dying in prison when he was still alive and someone else died in prison.
Oh.
Yeah, but he was... Yeah, so that's why it's named that. Yeah, but there we go. So we found out they've got a secret operation,
Yeah.
Operation Berenstain,
A
where
list of FBI agents for people.
it's a surveillance thing where they're
Yeah.
watching, and she's like, "What? They know us? They're watching us?" And he's like, "I'm not saying that exactly, but they could be aware of what's
Yeah.
happened." And they're
And then she was like,
it's
I'm going to
getting
leave.
He's like, "If you do that,
It's more
you're as good as
suspicious.
dead. The Dark Army are going to think you're
Yeah.
yeah." So you need to just do what I say. Stop being a hard ass like
Yeah.
that, because she has been most of it, and just listen to me. So yeah, there we go. Like I said, there's so many things in this show going on. Like
Yeah.
Cisco, like we haven't seen for episodes and episodes.
No.
Still a part of it.
Yeah.
Sure. But like, there could be. Who else do you reckon we'll see?
Guys.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about another one in a sec, but Leon and
Yeah.
Elliot were sitting
Elliot with
chatting.
his story time in the cat.
Yeah. And he's like, you just keep staring at chessboard. Well, who's that? Like,
Yeah, trying to play.
and he's like, it's not for you.
Yeah.
And then he's like, what are you playing for then?
And you said existence.
Existence. This is a lot of heavy stuff
Yeah.
going on. But then Leon really like,
Yeah, it spoke about dreaming, didn't it?
yeah, he was like, well, you need to work out what you're fighting for. If you don't know who you're fighting, like, you need to know what you're fighting for, and you need to know the future you're looking for. Like, is it going to be like a dream, like that's beautiful, or is it going to be something?
Yeah.
Horrible.
You need to go home and dream.
Yeah, you need to have a dream. See in your dreams and see what you want.
Yeah.
So, Leon with the insightfulness
Yeah.
coming out. I mean, I knew he knew what he was talking about
Yeah.
when he was going on these Seinfeld rants. Was it
Exactly.
Seinfeld? I think
I
it
don't
was.
even know.
Yeah. Then we got a lovely scene of the Derek being brought down. He's like, I'm going to take you to Madrid. And she's like, you can't afford to take me to Madrid. You only made $15 an hour.
That whole scene was just like...
Yeah, she was like crying, and then she like really tore him down.
$15 an hour bartender.
Yeah. You're not taking me in?
Yeah.
But don't worry, I've had all that before.
Yeah.
I've had someone who would pay for everything and that's not why I'm with you.
It was kind of like, it was a weird, like, it's like we said in the moment
It's
that...
kind of a compliment, but not.
Are you insulting or complimenting at the same time? Because it's... I guess it's like that acknowledgement of, like... He can... Probably knows that he can't give her what she wants. Or
but
what
he's just
she's
trying
had.
to promise stuff. Yeah,
What she's had or what he knows that she's had in the past. But that's why she's... I guess she's trying to say, like, yes, she does want these things because she's had
But she
those.
doesn't care that
she
he
doesn't
can't.
care that, like, she's had them. She
Yeah.
doesn't need them, I guess.
It really reminded
But
me...
it was very poorly executed.
Yeah, it really reminded me of a scene from one of my favourite films, which I hope we might talk about at one point. It really reminds me of one of my favourite scenes from, like, a scene from one of my favourite movies recently, which hopefully we'll talk about, but Everything Everywhere, all at once. There's a scene where, I don't want to spoil too much, but basically a character talks to another one and says, you're not good at anything, you've never achieved, you're just middle of the road, you just have never achieved anything, but you could reach your full potential. It kind of reminded me of that. So, yeah. But then we went to the dream world.
Oh, the dream was so, like... I feel like the biggest reaction out of this
Talking
whole
of
episode...
characters you never thought would return.
Like, was...
Bill!
Just...
I knew, obviously I remember
this.
this.
Oh my god, Bill! We can remember his name.
No, I called it. I did say Bill first of all, yeah.
So it was like he was just collecting everyone for his dinner party.
Well, he was like saying how he'd love to... So basically he was saying how he'd love to connect with someone he's always wanted to. So it's Angela.
Yeah.
He's always dreamt of being with her, but couldn't. He'd want his friends to, like, get together in love. So Darlene and Cisco.
Yeah.
Maybe he'd connect with people he never thought he would. Tyrell and his wife and his son.
Son, older.
Yeah.
And reconnect
with people he's done wrongdoings to.
And to Bill.
Did you ever expect it? Did you ever expect Bill?
I thought, however hurt, like, in that moment of that episode with Bill, like, we were like, oh my god.
It was awful. That was one of the most awful parts that Elliot has done, like we've seen, I think. And yeah, I knew it was coming, obviously, because I remember this. And it's just, good old Bill. Justice for Bill. Although it's only a dream. So, I mean,
and then they all sat at the table. And I really liked that bit where it then went to, like, an empty chair. And then he was like, and you're there, of course.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, me!
Yeah, it's so cool. The only person I'm surprised that wasn't there, which it makes sense, Shayla, but obviously...
Yeah.
She's passed, but,
you
know.
I love the bit where I noticed that QWERTY was even on the table.
I
was like, it's QWERTY!
Yeah.
Like, what
and
even
the building
happened to
collapsed.
that fish?
The building collapsed as well. And things happened.
That was his happy place.
So he's going to fight
for
it.
Robot's gone.
He's going to fight for it.
That was really nice, and it came out of his dream, and he was like, I'm going to fight for that. And then he was just laying there, and he just did a little smile in bed.
And then we have the chess battle.
Which, to be honest, I don't know why we ever thought it would go well. Because that's what I was trying to get
Did
through,
you think someone was going to win? When they
no,
first
that's
said
what
about
I was trying to say. Because I was trying to say to you, like, but aren't they... You're going to know...
Yeah, it's him. He knows the moves he's going to make. They're both much as part of each other. Like they're both him. So yeah, because he even said at one point, he's like, "Do you remember the first computer like programming you taught me?"
Yeah.
And Mr. Robot was like, "No, because this is not his dad.
No,
it's just part of him." But it was a chess program that he taught him. Yeah, and he said something about sounds like I was a good dad or something like that.
Yeah.
But they did play chess and it was
3 stalemates and then they ended up giving up.
I love the stats of
Oh yeah.
After 3 moves, there are possible 9 million or something, and then after
how many
4
electrons
moves,
in them?
Yeah, after 4 moves, there's like billions of billions. It's like there are more 40-move chess games than there are electrons in the known universe, which is insane. Yeah. That's mad. Chess is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh. There we go. We've been talking for so long. But yeah,
that's when they realise that they can't
fight. They have to.
That they're one together.
Exactly. We have to
they
work
can't
together
be
for this.
Either or neither.
Yeah. Did he say at that point of like, while we're here playing chess, they're out there killing your friends and destroying what you've done?
Yeah.
Stupid. So
you're worrying about this game of chess when you should be worrying about your friends.
Yeah. Again, even that felt very kind of dreamlike, that chess match. Just even the setup of it and the sound
lovely
and stuff.
Little bench.
Yeah, but there we go. Kind of. Did you expect them to do 3 stalemates?
No, I knew it wouldn't go very well.
Yeah. It really reminds me, this is random, it reminds me of the first ever episode of Regular Show, which is a cartoon.
Yeah.
And they do rock, paper, scissors for who gets the sofa. And they just keep drawing, and it keeps going. But yeah, they remind me of that. But yeah. We next saw Angela.
Yes.
Trying to... Well, Philip was waiting outside.
Saw Philip first, and then you just heard this...
I
Hello.
want the 20th floor office or something like that.
And someone's job.
Melissa's, who she
Melissa's
spoke
job.
about before, Well, we've seen Melissa before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
And he was kind of a bit like, sorry, what?
And then she explained why. She's like,
she's
there was this one point that none of you could agree on.
Yeah.
You went past all these more expensive stuff.
Third party inspection
Inspection on the town and the plant. Yeah. And then she said something about she could get rid of that, right? Or so she could change. Yeah. So basically, she could make that change.
Contingency.
Yeah. If he gave her all that.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "You are remarkable," or something like that, right?
You're impressive.
Yeah. Oh, it's all in your head.
Yeah. It's just a dream.
Go home.
Yeah.
So she didn't get what she wanted. She's been doing pretty well at getting what she wanted so far.
But then I feel like it's been a habit that she'll try and get something, she won't get it, but then a little later on she ends up getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, like, it's almost like he can't admit defeat in the moment.
Yeah.
But he ends up defeated in the end.
Yeah.
But more on his terms than her terms.
So do you reckon that'll happen?
Maybe.
Yeah, okay. Maybe we'll see.
Like, he doesn't it's kind of has to be on his terms rather than her terms.
Yeah.
So it's more of a, I gave you this, rather than a, no, well, I actually asked for this to begin with. So.
Yeah.
But I gave it to you, rather than demanding it.
Yeah. Like we said before, he seems to be going... Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. But that was that. Next, we had a phone call with Darlene. In It 1. The first thing you taught me.
Yeah.
It's In It 1. And it became... Like, it's the first command she learned.
Yeah.
I want to know what it does. Yeah, so that's the first command she learned, and that became their thing. So whenever she needs some,
she was like, "You need to get back on it," and he's like, "I can't. There's nothing here," which is the reason that he's gone to his mum's, isn't it? There's no
he didn't want to go on it. So it's because Mr. Robot could then not take control and be
and he's refusing to go back to his apartment.
Yeah. So
he goes to Ray.
What did you think he was going to do at that point?
I don't know. I was a part of me that thought he might go back to the apartment.
Did you think he was going to tell Ray what was going on?
I don't...
Because that's what Mr. Robot thought, but... It kind of, from the phone call, it kind of seemed like he was like, I'm going to sort this out. So, yeah.
But he's agreed to do whatever frickin' shady...
Migrate the site.
Yeah, but what site? After he then got that
His
other
life
guy
is very private.
His life is very private, and don't snoop on the site, and if you do, I'm only a caller. I don't know, is it like...
I love how he even said it. I was literally going to say out loud, it's that scratch again, that itch.
Yeah.
But then he was like, I know, it's that itchy. I was like, it's like we're talking to each other. It's crazy.
But
yeah, he didn't do it.
There must be some dark web shady shit.
Yeah. Who knows?
I don't even want to try and
the
imagine
first ever
what
episode,
the website is.
he caught child abuser guy, right? Remember the
Yeah.
very first thing we ever saw in the cafe?
Yeah.
Yeah, coffee shop, that one.
Yeah.
So who knows? Is that
So
what you
could it
reckon
be a
is?
thing that we see later on in the future that Elliot takes down Ray because he finds out
You reckon?
what? You never know, do you?
But yeah, so he brought in the other guy, but then left.
Yeah.
But Elliot
just wanted it to do the Init one and talk to
talk to Darlene.
Yeah.
And then that's when he found out
Romero died.
Well, I don't know if that's the point he found out they were at Fun Society, the arcade. She did say about it. They've got an Operation Berenstain.
Yeah.
And
he was a bit like,
yeah, Romero's dead. Yeah. And then
that was the best
Mr.
bit.
Robot's like, what are you doing?
What did you do? We're hacking the FBI.
Did you expect that? Did you expect it? I mean, at
No,
this point.
I don't know. I thought he'd just be like, okay. But, because he's not in the best mindset at the moment.
Yeah.
He's not in the best mindset for, going onto the computers and hacking and all that drama.
Yeah.
So I was a bit like, he's trying to stay low. So
Yeah.
kind of like,
Wow.
But the other part of me kind of finds there is, oh my god, it's just all clicked in my head. There's a bitter irony. I think that could be the right term to use. So this guy that he's doing work for is obviously doing some shady dark web, changing websites. Can't look at it. Bit weird. Is it? I don't even want to. Is it like sex trafficking?
He's just ashamed because he's got a YouTube channel where he. I don't know.
But when you're like, what could it be for? They've beaten up a guy over it because he couldn't do their work. It's shady, but now...
And he doesn't even want him to look at it.
Yeah, but now Elliot has hacked the FBI on his PC. So if the FBI work out that they've been hacked, they're going to re-triangulate the IP to that guy, then probably find out what that guy's... Elliot's genius.
I mean, Elliot's very good at covering his tracks, though, so...
Yeah, but he might not cover his tracks
He might
on
not.
purpose.
But then, I mean, at the end of the day, they could be like, well, he used the computer, but I
But
guess
then
it
they'd
wouldn't
be
matter
like,
depending on what they uncover.
Why would I use his computer? This is just my psych.
No.
We don't even know why he's meeting this guy. It could all be undocumented that it's I've never been there.
Yeah, true.
He doesn't have a mobile, so they can't track his GPS of his phone to the location. He's clever.
Yeah, so think he's got a plan. Well,
I've no idea.
He's doing multiple things, it seems, and I don't know.
I guess we might see more of FBI hacking next time, I don't know.
Who knows, yeah.
But then I feel like it's quite a common thing that for this sort of show is that we're going to see hack the FBI, but then I feel like we get spoon-fed information.
Possibly. I mean, yeah.
It might start a completely different part the next
Who knows
episode.
with this show?
And then he might meet Darlene and then say, I found this out.
I mean, we're still missing 3 days. We still don't know what's...
Yeah.
I mean, the show hid from us a bunch of stuff,
Yes.
so you know what it's like. Who knows?
Yeah.
But, yeah. There we go. That's pretty much the episode. Anything else to say about it?
I
think there's just lots of points where I was watching it and I'm I love the way the shots are composed and the way it looks and the lighting and the sound and the acting. Everyone's great in this show. Especially my man Bill.
Yeah. I wonder what his reaction was when they're like, oh, we need you to come back for a scene. And he's like, no, not again.
No, I can't take it.
He's like, no, it's a happy one. He says sorry and you have a little hug and it's emotional.
And then when he left, it's oh, this was a dream, by the way. He's like, you. Yeah, but there we go. So is there anything you want to see next going? What do you want to see?
Don't know.
More of... will Angela get her way?
Yeah,
who knows?
I don't know.
We already got the answer to the disc.
There's a part of me that wants to see Angela and Elliot kind of make up their friendship, but I feel like that's going to be
they've
so
not even interacted.
long down the road. I hope that it's an end point, not next episode, because that'd be very random.
Yeah. I want to... What else do we maybe more about the White Rose stuff.
Yeah.
More FBI stuff, the DPRO, because we didn't really see much.
No. The shell casing.
Yeah. what that's all about.
Yeah.
And definitely what the whole work for Ray is, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. But there we go. Where's Tyrell?
Do you know what I feel like Elliot might do?
What's that?
Elliot might move the website, but then put a honeypot in it. So then he can go back to it. Because Elliot has a conscience. Like, if this person's doing something, but if he knows he can't look at what it is at that moment, he's got the mind to leave a little trapdoor for him to
to fall in. I just imagine a big trapdoor and pushing Ray in it. But there you go.
Sorry.
You're right.
Reminds me of Planet Human fall flat and then Phoebe.
Yeah. And there we go. That was episode 4 of season 2 of Mr. Robot. I can't remember. I always forget. Is it 12 or 13? 12. 12 episodes. So we've got a few more to go. 8 more. Thank you very much for watching. We will be back after the next lot of videos for more Mr. Robot. I just want to watch the next one now.
Yeah.
I really do. There you go. Thank you again. See you next time. Bye-bye.